Hello again, fourth grade. I'm back with part two over our complementary color names, our complementary color name project. So I have my name all done. I had outlined it, I erased my pencil lines, and I outlined it in black crayon because I'm using watercolors, and the wax will help the paint stay into all of these different sections just a little bit better so they don't get too runny. So now we're going to use our ruler and we're going to break our paper up into 6 different sections so we can paint all of the different colors on our color wheel for the primary and secondary colors. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to make one line down the middle of it long ways. So you want to go to the middle of your paper, and you can even go through your name and draw a light line. So now we have it broken up into 2. So now our next step is we're going to draw a big X in the middle. You could go corner to corner, but I think instead I'm going to bring mine in a little bit. It definitely doesn't have to be perfect, just yours. So there's one, and then here is my second. So even though these sections are a little bit bigger, that's all right. I have it broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections, and that's how many sections we need it to be in. So one line down the middle, and then an X all the way through your paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint just a little bit on the outside, just so I know which color to put where. So I'm going to do red, and then I'm going to leave a space because I want to do my primary colors first. And then for this area, I'm going to do yellow, skip a space, and then I know that this should be blue right here. So blue. And so then whenever I'm looking at which color to put in these 3 sections, I'm looking at what these colors mix together to make. So in between yellow and blue, I'm going to put green because that's what those colors mix together to make. So now I know this section's yellow, this section's green, this section's blue, and I'm using my pencil lines to know where I'm painting in. And so here on the top I have red, and then I left a space blue. So I know that those 2 together make purple. And then that leaves just this corner. So this corner is yellow is right here, and then red. So those 2 colors together mix to make orange. So now I know what color each of these are going to be, but I don't want to paint inside my name using these colors. Inside my name, I want to use the complementary colors. So then I know that in this section, I'm not going to paint past the pencil line. I'm still following these lines that I made just for this section, whether I'm painting the blue around my name or inside. So whenever we're looking at this, I'm considering what the complementary color to blue is. So if you guys would rather paint these completely on the outside and then move to the inside, you can do that. I just like to leave little marks just so at least I know. So then I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this blue. So I know opposite blue is orange. So my name right here on the inside should be orange against the blue, because I want it to be the complementary color. And then over here with the orange, I'm going to make this part of my name blue, because we want to add the complementary colors with them so we can have more contrast, as we were talking about. So red, the complementary color to red is green. So I know that this is green, so this should be red in here. And then this is red, so it should be green in here. I know it's kind of hard, but once you get going, it'll make more sense. So then I know that red and green are complementary, so this area is green, so then I want to do this inside red, being careful with these lines so I don't get it into the orange. So then I know that all of this stuff should be red. So then that leaves yellow and purple. And we know that yellow and purple are across from each other, so those are going to be our 2 complementary colors. So since the outside is yellow right here, I want this inside area to be purple where my name is. That's why we outlined it. right? And then I know that since this is purple, I want this area of my name to be yellow. And then I've been cleaning out my brush, just swirling it around in my cup in between. My water's starting to get dirty. So I'm gonna go clean this out, and then I'm gonna start painting this, and I'll check back in with you guys when I got about half of it painted, just so we can look at what we have going on. All right, so I have about half of it painted, but I thought I would paint a few sections with you guys just to kind of show you even in more detail. So you can see I did this one and I got these, but now I need to color in or paint in these two. I'm stopping whenever I see a pencil line or my crown line. And like I said, I'm using watercolors. So with outlining, with that waxy crown, it helps block it in. And then I am filling in my name, and since this outside part was red, I knew to make the inside green like we talked about earlier, because that's the complementary color to it. And if you see I have some yellow that's kind of running over here, I'm just going to use my finger and push that back a little bit. And then go along this line real gently. If they get a little bit mixed together, that's all right. And if you don't have paints, you can of course do this using whatever you have to color with, whether that's crowns or colored pencils, as long as you're still doing kind of what we have going on right here with adding in the complementary colors on top. Let's get that just a little bit closer. So we have that. Now let's do this section. So I did the orange on the inside right here, so I know the inside's orange and the outside's blue. I like to start with the outside first, but you can do whatever's best for you. And so I had my pencil line right here, so I know to make this section blue. And then even though this is like tucked up in here, I still know that's my blue section, so I want to make that blue. And while I'm painting, I'm just going slow, I'm taking my time. Filling it in. Painting, I think painting's quite relaxing, and especially whenever you're having to get around your name. I know it's not the easiest thing, but you guys are 4th graders now, and I believe in you. And plus, I know you're totally capable of it, because you've been in my classroom before, most of you at least. Not as 4th graders, but as 3rd graders. So I'm going back and I am getting this all painted in blue, this edge. See? And I'm going around my name because I want that part to be the complementary color. That's why I put that orange in, to remind me. So now I have that, so now I need to paint these little white sections orange, because that's the complementary color to blue. So I'm dipping my brush, and then I'm coming over and I'm starting to paint these. And then where my red is, just doing a line. And then I'm painting it in, and that's why, like I said earlier, I use that black waxy crown, so it can help lock in the paint so it doesn't run as much. There we go. So let's move on to the next one. Dipping into my watercolors. And I know I just said this, but if you don't have paint or watercolors, use whatever you can. Crowns, markers, colored pencils. And so then this last little section right here. Right up against that yellow. And if you get it outside the lines a little bit like I just did, I just use my finger and kind of smudge it in, just to make it look a little better. Which that will happen sometimes, and that's why, you know, you're only in 4th grade, and I'm the teacher, and look, I sometimes get it out of the lines. So I'm going to do this section, and maybe I'll come back and we can do this last section together just so I can walk you through it one more time. Okay, so we have our last section left. Oh, just kidding. Look, I missed that one right there. That one needs to be blue. So we can make that blue. I'm gonna move my scrunchie to my other arm so it's not in my way. Oh no, we got some splatters. And if you see, I accidentally got some purple in there. So these definitely don't have to be perfect, just have to be yours. I'm looking to see if you guys understand complementary colors. So that blue. And then this last section is going to be yellow on the outside and then purple on the inside. And if you can look at the rest of this while I'm painting it, you'll see that we have the color wheel going around the outside, and then on the inside in all of these different sections, it's the complementary color on the inside. I'm rushing this just a little bit because I'm showing you guys and I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. You guys will take more time than I'm taking. And even on the inside, if you got little areas on the inside, you can try to get them along the edge. We used that black crown, so that helps it to where it doesn't smear as much into the other areas. And so now we just have that purple. Bring this up just a little bit. And then once you're done with these, you can just find a spot for them to dry. Thankfully, I am in the art room, so I have a drying rack. Focus, taking my time. And that's it. Look at how dark that purple came out. So it's not dried all the way yet. It's gonna dry once I put it on the drying rack, but this is gonna be it, you guys. I'm so excited to see how your guys' come out. Like I said, if you don't have paint, you can use markers or crowns or colored pencils or whatever you have at home to add the color. Just be sure to follow along and do it in this way. And I will see you guys all later. Have a good rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. See you guys next time.